I'm Yee. I am back with another episode of Setting the Atmosphere, the podcast with Hippie Girl TK. I'm doing this episode outside at my grandmother's tree, so if you hear cars passing by, people honking the horn, people may even stop, so just bear with me. I do no editing, it's all authentic feed, and we got some birds talking, so I'm out here. I got my amethyst, I got my purple candle to symbolize that royalty, that royal priesthood, crown chakra shit, oneness, divinity, higher self. So I'm in my crown right now, so like I said, welcome back to another episode of Set the Atmosphere, the podcast. This podcast, I'm going to be talking about August 1st. Today is Sunday, and July 30th. So August 1st is on Tuesday, and on Tuesday we got two things. Well, we got a bunch of things happening, but two major things. One of them is Lammas, which is a celebration, and then we have the second full moon, the second super full moon of the summer, super moon, the Sturgeon Moon, happening on August 1st. So Tuesday is a big day, so I wanted to record this episode because I had a bunch of people asking me how they should prepare for this moon, what rituals they should do, like just, kind of guide them on how to work with this moon. It is Leo season. Shout out to the Leos. I birthed a Leo. My oldest daughter, Nayali, is a Leo, and her father is a Leo. My brother, Leo. Like, I know a bunch of Leos, and we won't get into what I think about Leos because I'm unbiased on this episode. So let's get into it. So yes, Lammas, spelled Lammas. It's traditionally like a early Christian celebration or holiday. A lot of pagan witches and spiritualists celebrate this day. I incorporate a lot of different pantheons in my own spirituality, so I will be celebrating Lammas. And the time is, during this time or during this day, is August 1st as well, a time to reap what you sow. And it's the time between summer solstice and autumn equinox. And it's formally observed by the Britons as a day to mark the first day of harvest, wheat, bread. So I thought that was interesting because there's a lot of different gods and goddesses that are connected to crops and agriculture and wheat and corn and different things. So during this time, it was a time to gather together and celebrate God, basically blessing the crops, the wheat. It's also known as Lunasa, and it honors the Celtic god Lu. He was a craftsman, a blacksmith, and he was in a fighting and wheel making. There's also a couple of different gods and goddesses that we'll get into later that are connected to Lammas or Lunasa. It originated in a Christian holiday to thank the gods for the first harvest, like I said, to thank God or the gods. And it's a big celebration, a mass gathering. Also in Ireland, it was not good to harvest before August 1st. So it shows up in a lot of different cultures all over the world. And then also August 1st marks the day of the emancipation of them abolishing slavery in 1833 in the Caribbean for Caribbean people that was enslaved. So we're talking about British Virgin Islands, Belize, Bermuda, Barbados, Antigua, Anguilla, Barbuda. And it's just celebrating the day that they abolished slavery in those Caribbean countries. And so they celebrate by carnival, they celebrate by Juve and having these festivals with food and drinks and market and dancing and drumming. So high intensity, high gatherings. So if you're looking to celebrate that amongst yourself, amongst a small group of people on Tuesday, or just celebrate with yourself by baking bread, having corn, having a lot of different rooty foods, with just feasting and like thanking God for what we were able to plant, you know, what we are seeing manifest, what we're able to harvest up. So August 1st, Lammas or Lunasa, or just a celebration of the agriculture, the crops, the earth, and you know, just bringing that energy in with this moon. That's going to be on the same day. So I love a lot of synchronicity. So when we have Lammas, a celebration mixed with a super moon, that makes all the tinglies inside of me start to tingle. I get super excited because it's like I get to manifest so many different things from so many different avenues. So that really hypes your girl up, really gets Sangoma going. And also, like, this is a time where you can build altars and go buy like pumpkins and like corn and different things, incorporate on your altar some herbs that are gonna be great to play with during this great time is poppy, carnations, rose, basil, sunflowers, bay, and garlic. Colors that I'm probably going to be wearing: beige, brown, dark green, golden, yellow, because it's really just signifying like the earth and the agriculture. I always think of dirt, I always think of grounding or going to the beach or whatever the case may be. So those kind of earthy vibes and earth tones that you know what I'm saying, will resonate with whatever you're trying to manifest. So activities that you could do during this time are baked breads, cleansing and protection, gardening, harvesting, drying herbs and flowers, making like little tinctures or oils infused with dried flowers, and abundance and manifestation, spell work or work, whatever you prefer. Some stones that are connected to Lammas is carnelian, topaz, citrine, aventurine, amber. So those orange, yellow, fire looking stones will be good to work with during this time. So Sturgeon Moon, let's talk Sturgeon Moon because we done talked about Lammas. Lammas. There are a list of gods and goddesses that are connected to Lammas that you may work with, you may want to work with, or that you may have heard about, that may resonate, that may be coming up in a reading, or that you've just been intrigued to or drawn to on the internet, or if you're on Pinterest, things like that, is going to be Louis mentioned him, Demeter, Persephone's series. Yeah, I'm recording my podcast episode. Okay, thank you. Hecate, Nefer, Men, Happy, Jeb, Allah, Ina or Inanna, Eshu, Oshun, and Oya. So if you work with some of those, you can bring in offerings August 1st and kind of just refresh the altars or reset the intentions when you're doing this ritualistic practices to help you manifest. Yeah, so if you're working with those, keep working with them. Bring them gifts, bring them certain things, and they'll keep working with you, guiding you, protecting you. So Lammas, Lunasa, I can't wait to celebrate Tuesday. Let's jump into the Sturgeon Moon. The Sturgeon Moon is a super moon. It's the second super moon of the summer. Super moons appear to be bigger and brighter. They're very visible. The energy is heightened around the moon. And it's just super powerful to manifest with and to grow with and to learn to work with. This full moon is in Leo right now. We're in Leo season, so that affects Leos in a number of different ways, but it really helps them resonate with who they are and that they're finally getting and everything that they've hoped for. Experts say that for right now for Leos, the motto of this full moon is it's okay to feel what your what's in your heart. So whether that's love or new love, or being open to love, or being open to new relationships, new job opportunities, that it's okay to feel that. Also, that this moon is helping you find yourself. So if you find yourself like really sitting and locating what's going on with you, Leo, locating who's in your life and for what reasons, Leo, it's okay to be feeling all these things. That's what comes with the super moon. The super moon peaks at 2:32 p.m. on Tuesday. And if you're into numerology like I am, I love numbers. And I've learned so much more about numbers. So a lot of people that I've met in my journey, so they help me see numbers in various different ways. So it peaks at 2:32, which if you add all those numbers up equals 7. And 7 is like a perfect number. It's a number of completion. It's a very grounding and safe number. It makes you feel like all the hard work paid off. So deep dive into number 7. And we also have a Lionsgate portal open right now. Make sure you deep dive into that. And then we have a full blue moon that's going to be the second full moon in a month, and it's also a super moon. That's the third one, because there will be 4 super moons in a row. So then we have the full blue on 8:30. And if you also add up the numbers that are in 8/1/2023, that also reduces down to a 7 because it equals 16. The full blue moon is on 8:30, and if you did 8/30/2023, that equals 18, which equals 18, and it reduces down to a 9. And that moon peaks at 9:36, which also reduces down to a 9. So there's a lot of synchronicity in numbers based on the time of peak and the day it peaks that are coming out as the same in a numerical way. So I love to see those synchronicities and dive deeper into those numbers to see how they resonate with me and for my life. So the Sturgeon Moon is named after a sturgeon, which is a fish, like a prehistoric looking fish. It literally looks like something from dinosaur times. I was looking at pictures of it, but this is the time where they were easily caught by Native Americans and tribesmen in the Great Lakes area in Lake Champlain. So they were mostly caught during this time, so they named it the Sturgeon Moon. People call sturgeons, because they're still alive, there are about 29 different species. People call sturgeons living fossils because they look so prehistoric. They look so dope, honestly, but they're super fucking big. They're huge. So that's why it's called Sturgeon Moon. And the tone of this moon is, it's called the sturgeon means stir. So like, I guess like when these fishes are hunting, when these fish are hunting, they like stir like their face into the mud to kind of stir it up to find like the different, smaller fish and, worms and shit, whatever you see. They eat shrimp and all that other shit. So that's what it means to stir. And as the ancient sturgeon rises, because remember we're calling this a prehistoric fish, so very ancient, very old. As that ancient energy rises, so can older parts of ourselves. So don't think it's strange if you find yourself in your shadow self, if you find yourself in isolation, just wanting to be by yourself and around yourself because you are discovering. I think everybody's safe. I don't know why they scream like that. So deep diving into like hidden parts of yourself, deeply held feelings and bound up emotions, and like a lot of memory recall, and like going back and thinking of things that made you feel good, things that made you feel bad, and things that just left you in question. Kind of sitting with those and locating those and then releasing those is what this moon represents. Just like they caught the sturgeons during this time, it's time for us to catch up with those old ancient feelings or those old ancient things that were left undone, unsaid, and kind of really make peace with that and let it go. Rituals, of course, for the new moon, super moon. For the new moon and super moons. Any moon full moon. You want to meditate. You want to make your moon water. If you work with moon water, charge your crystals, light candles. The moon's starting to cook out. Light candles, do candle magic, take a moon bath, moon dance, whatever makes you vibrate really high, but also whatever grounds you. I can't wait for this moon. We always do a ritual, and we always have like this dance party outside, and really heightened drumming and shakers and all these things. So I know my candle did not just go out. It did. I'm gonna light it down. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so we got two major things that we could work with during this moon. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and talk about these two events so everybody can get prepared, because I want everybody to benefit from this moon and from this Lammas, from this harvest time, from this festival. So I'm gonna pull some confirming cards, and then I'm gonna conclude this episode of Set the Atmosphere. Whew. So, what kind of energy and confirmation are we gonna have surrounding these two major events that are happening on August 1st? So the cards that came out is the gift of dance, which we talked about moon dancing and different things of that nature during these moons and during these times of celebration. The gift of knowing, having that discernment about what steps you should take in your releasing, in your shadow work, in discovering those deep hidden things, in soul lesson perception, third eye chakra. You know, how are we perceiving these situations? Did they really happen the way that we, you know, thought they happened or experienced they happened? Is there a different angle? Like really just shifting our mindset, shifting our perception on what's bad, what's good, what was helpful, what was harmful, and really just digging through and separating through all the bullshit and really seeing where we are. So that's what source energy, God, the universe wants us to, the gift of dance, to be free-flowing and lucid with our body, freeing up different traumas and freeing up free radicals that are in our body. Just free radicals in the body make us sick, they keep us in disease and cancer and a lot of different other things, keep us bound mentally. So the gift of dance and really vibrating at that high frequency and going through, you know, to the beat of drums or whatever you like to resonate and listen to, really helps charge you up. That gift of knowing, that discernment, being really led by the Spirit, being really led by God on what we should be doing during this time, because these are very serious times right now to be working with on a level to where it's going to be beneficial for us as a individual and for the collective. And so that soul lesson perception really is resonating with me individually, because I've had to change my perceptions on a lot of things. Hey, Uncle Matt.
What's going on? Your bro ain't got down here yet?
Who?
Damn.
No, you need him?
That pump takes me in 10 minutes. That's about a half hour ago.
No, he ain't made it down here yet. You got his number?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay, I'll text him and see what
he is.
Okay.
That's not good for you.
Oh, Uncle Matt. But shifting my perception so I don't stay in like a low vibrating place, or so I don't stay in a place of like continual disappointment or lack or feeling sorry or guilty for myself. I've had to shift my perception and see the better outcome, the better outlook, to see the lesson, to see the growth, to see the ascension in every little thing that happens, even if it's an inconvenience, even if it upsets me, even if it hurts me. Just really gravitating and grabbing on to what I got from that, what I learned, what the experience felt like on a positive level more so, versus me focusing on the situation or the outcome in a negative way. So yeah, you guys, I hope you retained all that information. I know that was a lot, but it looks beautiful outside. I'm having such a good time. I'm in such good spirits. I can't wait for you guys to see this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and share this content. If you know anybody that wants to know more about manifestation and how to work with the elements and how to work with what we have here on earth, and you know, strategies and synchronized time of power that we can call back and channel in, that could really help us grow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You just watched Setting the Atmosphere with Hippies Girl TK. Sangoma Anyi loves everybody. Sending peace, love, and light to all those who need it and all those who might not think they need it. I love everybody. I thank you for watching and supporting me and working with me while I'm like outside and cars are passing by. Uncle Matt coming up. Everybody just, I don't edit these things because I really love authenticity. So I appreciate you guys so much. Sangoma out. And there's no surprise when you look into my eyes. The sun